In the Illuminati system of thought, in their religion, they believe in a balance. They believe in the yin and yang. They believe there's the evil force, the destructive force, and the creative force, and they believe that they have to guide and manipulate that force to save humanity. They have to carry out eugenics. They have to kill masses of us for our own good, to rise man up. And the man that wrote Watchman, Alan Moore, is an admitted Mason. And the entire, he writes other comics like The Sandman and others. It's all about the New World Order. It's all about the Illuminati. It's all about secret societies. In this novel, what the film's based on, and it's also like that in the film, it's called the Pyramid Corporation and the Great Pyramid Corporation. And they can't figure out who it is or why the Pyramid Corporation is killing the other Watchmen. Well, that's because it's a new age. And Dr. Manhattan, in a fission fusion experiment at Rockefeller Military Research Institute, has been turned into this God man who can control matter, be anywhere in the universe at any time, be in multiple places, go forwards in time, go backwards in time. He's God. He's the new God man. He is the new man that the elite is reaching for. Now, this individual, the comedian, is a Special Forces commando, and they have him in the film blowing Kennedy's head off from behind the grassy knoll. They have him running special ops and assassinations around the world. Richard Nixon is, this is based in the early 80s, is in his third term as the President of the United States. They're on the verge of nuclear Armageddon with the Soviet Union because the United States is surrounding Russia. Notice the Cold War's being brought back right now. Notice they have encircled Russia again. They're moving weapon systems in. They snuck attacked Georgia in South Ossetia as a pretext to start World War III, but that failed back on 888. Look at the numerology yet again with these individuals. And the different characters are Night Owl, the comedian, Rorschach, Dr. Manhattan, Silk Spectre, Ozymandias. And Ozymandias has a super brain. He is the smartest man in the world. In fact, he's even smarter at this point in his development than the God man, Dr. Manhattan, who is just now discovering his powers. Now, Rorschach is the runt of the group, and Rorschach was abused as a child, and Rorschach goes around killing serial killers and child kidnappers. And they repeatedly say he's backwards, he's stupid, he's a sociopath, he's the bad guy. Rorschach is fighting the Pyramid Corporation. He's the conspiracy theorist. And he goes to Ozymandias and says, I think somebody's trying to kill the Watchman, not knowing he's actually going to the very individual that is out there trying to kill the Watchman, starting with the comedian. Now, why did they have to kill the comedian? Because he works for the government at the highest levels with the Pyramid Corporation, and he doesn't want to be part of the global false flag attack that's going to be launched to bring in the new kingdom of Earth, the New World Order. We're going to come right back and break this down. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
With food prices soaring to all-time highs, as the dollar continues to fall in value, what can you and your family do to guarantee that fresh, nutritious vegetables will make it to your dinner table? Garden in a Can. Garden in a Can is your source for premium, long-term storable seeds. Garden in a Can is ready when you are. Plant them now or store them for when you really need them. There are 16 large, hermetically sealed, non-hybrid, open-pollinated packets of seeds, along with detailed planting instructions sealed in a can for ultimate long-term protection. Garden in a Can. It's that simple, fresh, healthy, easy. Only $69.95 for over a half acre of safe, fresh vegetables, ready when you are. Stop procrastinating and start preparing with Garden in a Can. For more details, visit gardeninacan.com today. That's gardeninacan.com or call 866-598-7396. 866-598-7396.
On September 11th, 2001, along with hundreds of my fellow troops, I went to Ground Zero, and we knew what to do. Or at least we thought we did.
Truth Rising is a breakthrough 9/11 film that finally gives first responders a platform to tell their story.
Whitman, EPA director, on the 18th made a statement that the air was safe to breathe.
This film follows the growing momentum of 9/11 truth as brave souls throughout the world take action against their global masters.
He had his hand over the radio while he was getting a countdown. He takes his hand off and you hear 3, 2, 1, and it was boom, 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 boom.
This is an emergency transmission worldwide. Download Truth Rising at prisonplanet.tv and aggressively spread it worldwide, or order the DVD at Infowars.com. If we don't expose the government-sponsored terror, they're going to commit more acts and bring in martial law.
Silver is mankind's oldest natural antibiotic. This very special mineral has been used for centuries by most cultures throughout the world. Utopia, Texas is home to a small but mighty supplement company called Utopia Silver, who offers colloidal products produced in distilled water without use of animal protein, nitrates, or saline solutions. Because our colloidal silver is made up of nano-sized particles, it can be better utilized at the cellular level, and germs can't mutate to be resistant like they can to modern-day antibiotics. Utopia Silver has a broad range of health supplements, including colloidal silver, gold, and copper, with a money-back guarantee on the colloidal products we produce. For 4 years, Utopia Silver has been fighting in the Texas courts against agencies that would steal our God-given rights of health care and freedom of speech. Visit us today at utopiasilver.com. That's UTOPIA silver.com, or call 888-213-4338, 888-213-4338, and help us win this battle.
All right, thank you for joining us. Go right back into the transmission here today. I'm going to take my time doing this review because it's very, very important, of Watchman. Now the #1 movie in theaters. And with all these different reviewers saying they don't understand the ending, they don't understand it. Well, it's real simple. Rorschach and also the comedian want to stop. These are the two, sub-superheroes. They want to stop the planned false flag terror attack that they know is being planned by somebody. Now, the comedian knows who it's being planned by, so he's torn. He's the guy that assassinated Kennedy from behind the grassy knoll. He's a New World Order Special Forces hitman. He's that archetype, so he has to be killed. Rorschach is then finally killed because he's going to expose at the end who staged the false flag attack. And we'll break that down coming up here in just a few minutes. But to understand what's happening here, you have to first understand how the globalists operate, how they believe that they must reveal their plans to the public before they do it. And there's thousands of examples of this. Scores of books and films. A Tom Clancy book in '99 came out where a hijacked jet is flown into the World Trade Center. And the Pentagon did drills of hijacked jets being flown into the Pentagon and World Trade Center. They ran drills that morning of hijacked jets being flown to the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. And NORAD's on tape saying, is this real world or exercise? I've got simulated blips over the real blips when they bombed the trains and the bus on 7/7. Again, they launched the attack on Russia, 8/88. They launched the attack on 7/7. They launched the attack in Madrid on 3/33. They're obsessed with numerology, just like low-level psychopaths are obsessed with numerology and the occult, if you study criminology. And they like to leave tokens. They like to leave warnings. They like to write letters to the police, in the case of the Zodiac and many others, taunting them, or Son of Sam. Most of these big national serial killer operations are done by cults, and that's come out. So they're obsessed with numerology. But as the low-level people engage in this, so do the high-level. As above, so below. And you have the occultist, the Mason, Alan Moore, in his novel, The Watchman, the most celebrated graphic novel out there, admitting all of this. Okay, so I get approached now 4 years ago by one of the stars of the X-Files, one of the stars of the spinoff of that, The Lone Gunman on Fox. And he says, Alex, I know you've been playing clips on air from that pilot episode of The Lone Gunman that aired 6 months before 9/11, where the government